Hey guys, it's Gaz. Welcome to Warframe video. So today we're going to be discussing the new Thermia Fractures event that was just added on PC like an hour ago. So at first I found this event very confusing and not very well explained, but we did figure out what to do, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this as far as we know so far. So the rewards from this event are the Amalgam mods. They're going to get the Amalgam Shotgun Spaz, Amalgam Serration, Barrel Diffusion, Organ Shatter. Also, the Opticore Vandal is the pinnacle reward for this. So we did 4 captures of the coolant towers, and it gave us 7 points. You need 100 points to obtain the Opticore Vandal. So do some quick math. You're going to need to do this a bunch, okay? So yeah, just get ready. Frames that are good for this: objective control frames, also Mesa. Some DPS frames are just going to be good, because what you're basically going to be dealing with here, guys, is a bunch of Corpus, like hordes of Corpus. If you've done Toroid farming before, this is a very similar situation. Just bring things that are good against huge groups of enemies. Also, a bit of objective control is nice. I'd say Octavia is very good for this, like most mission types. So, okay, when you get into the Orb Vallis, what you want to do is you want to find a big orange crack in the ground that has like this goo stuff leaking out of it. That is the Thermia Fracture that you are trying to find. You're going to want to find one of those to start off with, but ultimately you're going to be wanting to find 4 total per run. Okay, so we're going to go get in our Arcwing. There's one right there. The waypoint that for my team. So we're going to go over here.
We need refined coolant to close the fracture.
And Udiko's like, yo, go find a coolant rachnoid. So this was the part that was very confusing for us at first. What you need to do is you need to go to the Temple of Prophet and go find the Exploiter Orb. Yeah, keep that waypoint. That's a good waypoint. There are some spiders following the Exploiter Orb that are carrying coolant canisters. Once you kill one of those arachnoids that's following the Exploiter Orb, you take that canister and you bring it back to the coolant cracks in the ground. Alright, so here they are. I'm actually going to scan this while I'm here. So he dropped the canister. I'm going to grab it. You only really want 1 canister for this. Itzel is very nice here, guys. I definitely am going to recommend Itzel, just because of the speed you can fly across the Orb Balance. Alright, so I have my canister in my hand. I'm going to go over to that crack in the ground.
Ready? Drop that refined coolant into that fracture.
Alright, and now it is a defense objective. You need to defend it from the Corpus that are going to appear. Vazarin does appear to work, so definitely bring Vazarin Focus School if you have it. It's going to make this basically a snooze fest, because that's how easy it's going to be. So, yeah. We have a Mesa that's just going to gun them all down. I have an Octavia. The enemies will shoot my mallet instead of the objective. And if they even do shoot the objective, I brought Vazarin Focus School to heal it back to full and make it invincible. So, yeah, this is basically not failable at all right now, guys. As you see, the fracture sealing process is at almost 20%. So we're just going to wait for that to finish, and yeah, after you complete one of these, you just move on to the next one. You find 4 fractures total, and that will give you 7 points. You want to use the same canister for all of the fractures, though. That's very important. That's what's going to give you the bonus points, is using the same canister for 4 fractures. So as you see, pretty simple here, just like fighting the Corpus. Something that can deal with nullifier bubbles can be nice here, but definitely not necessary. I kind of want this thing to actually take damage so I can just show how good Vazarin is against it, just to heal this thing. I'm gonna be honest, guys, this is kind of boring, but you know, if I get an Opticore Vandal at the end, I'm okay with it. The only problem with Vazarin Focus School is that you do not have Zedirect to restore your energy, so you might want to bring some energy restore pads if you are going to be using Octavia or Mesa. For 2 frames, I would definitely recommend for this. Honestly, like, soloing this on Mesa with Vazarin is probably like one of the easiest things you could do. Or if you don't even want to deal with the enemies, you might be able to bring like Limbo or Frost or something and just defend the objective, like, no problem. But you need to be careful if they do start getting the nullifier bubbles. That can be kind of scary if you're Limbo. So, yeah. So yeah, so far guys, I've been enjoying the update so far. It's only been out for like an hour, but the seamless transition between gun and melee, really nice. As you see, I was just in my super mode, didn't even push any buttons. I just pushed the melee button, and I pulled out my my Redeemer Prime. And now I left click, firing button, gun mode, melee button, into melee mode. Very nice. It's a nice seamless transition. Okay, so we're just going to rinse and repeat. We're at 85%. The enemies don't really seem to scale up very much here either. So, yeah, just bring simple stuff like Mesa, Octavia, any DPS. Like, honestly, whatever you want to play is fine. Like, there's really not too much strategy going in here. Use what you like. You can use Octavia if you want, and just have an easy time. Alright, so we completed one. Make sure you grab that same canister and bring that to the next fracture. So we got lucky, they're right next to each other here. There are some spots that like Octavia's not going to be as good on, like if it's not a very flat area like this. Her line, she requires line of sight for her damage, so you might need to be a little bit careful there.
Defensive positions. Do not let them destroy the canister.
So yeah, just rinse and repeat. Level 22 enemies. I'm really scared. I love how DE put in the patch notes, like, we are aware that this might be pretty hard for some people. I'm just like, really? I mean, I guess you don't have like Mesa and stuff, it can be pretty hard. Because there's a lot of enemies you have to deal with. But I came here ready, like, I came here very ready. I was expecting the Exploiter Orb to just like crawl out of the cracks of these things and like I had to fight it immediately. So I came here with like my Prophet Taker loadout, just like ready to smoke this thing. But nope, we just got some hordes of like level 20 Corpus. So, yeah. That's how this event is, guys. At the end of these extractors, you get something called, I think it's like diluted coolant. Not sure what that's used for yet, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually after the event's been out for more than a couple hours. A resource booster does affect the amount of diluted coolant you get. So, for example, Wayreth, the person who's in my squad right now, he does not have a resource booster going. He obtained 1 diluted coolant. I have a resource booster going, the orange one, and I obtained 2 diluted coolant after completing the 4 extractors. Okay, so you're probably going to want to run that, maybe even bring a Smita, since this is so easy and you can just bring whatever you feel like. Maybe a Smita's a good call. I brought Adarza because, like I said, I was in tryhard mode. I thought we were going to actually be having a challenge here, but that's not what ended up happening. I think they're referring to the new boss. I hope so. I hope that they're referring to the new boss. This sure isn't hard. This is very easy. There is another event as well that requires you to scan things. This video will not be covering what's going on with that event. So yeah, you just do this, and rinse and repeat. And I'm repeating myself. I don't think we're actually going to record all 4 of the captures here, guys, because this is just so slow. I guess we could. I mean, why not? You want to see the entire event? So I don't think that Hildren is tied to this. Hildren appears to be tied to the boss fight that will be unlocked at the end of the week. So currently Hildren is not completely farmable, as far as we know. So if you want to obtain Hildren the first week, I think you need to buy her with Platinum. So keep that in mind. Alright, so we got that. So we don't know where any more fractures are, so we need to go find 2 more. So get into your Arcwing, fly into the air, and look for those orange fractures. Waypointing that for your teammates is going to be very helpful for getting this done quickly, because they appear to be kind of random where they appear. Like we had one right there last time we did this. We also had one right there last time we did this too. Wayreth found one, thank you.
If Neth won't do anything about these fractures, we'll do it for him. Let's get this fracture sealed. Keep him off the canister while it does its thing.
So it's literally just a horde mode, guys. These enemies don't drop anything special. It's just standard Corpus stuff. So things like Magus Repair. Just like if you're playing this as a team, which you don't really even need to, you could definitely do this solo with a ton of different frames. Things that are just like going to help your teammates against the Forza Corpus. Maybe like put a YouTube video on in the background, because this is definitely not the most engaging gameplay. I hate to say that, but like that's just how it feels right now. Alright, so we are at, this is our third canister, 25%. As you can see, Octavia and Mesa just destroying everything. Apparently it was, there was a nerf today, guys, in the patch notes. Apparently Arcane Velocity does not work on Mesa's regulators anymore. That's a big nerf. That was like the main frame I used Arcane Velocity on. So yeah, that's too bad. I haven't confirmed that for myself yet, but I have some people saying that, so might be true. I'm also excited to try out Hildren. I'll probably be buying Hildren with Platinum today. I'm trying to get a build video up for her in the next couple days. I obtained double Arcane Barrier sets, because I want to try that on Hildren. I think that could be a fun time. So yeah, super simple stuff. I am going to try out Limbo on this later, just to see if I can like actually just like take a nap while I'm doing this mission. But as far as it goes right now, just like murdering with Octavia is working great. They also did change today, guys, that the corrosive projection does not work on the orbs now. It wasn't like a huge deal to use it in the past, just because like corrosive projection just mattered for shooting the orb's legs with the Arcwing weapon. But now they've changed it, so now not only does Shattering Impact not work for shield disruption, but also corrosive projection doesn't work anymore either. So yeah. I don't know why they just keep forgetting these things exist or something, but yeah, now literally nothing works against the Profit Takers, so congrats. Congrats to us for just being chumps and using this stuff they just forget exists, I guess. So as you see, the canister is basically not even taking damage right now. Because the Mesa just insta-killing everything. Alright, so that's number 3. We gotta find one more and we'll get our bonus points. So you get 1 point per fracture normally, but if you do 4 fractures without with the same canister, so like not losing the canister at all, it becomes 7 points, which is a good deal of bonus, so you'll definitely save some time if you do that. Also take care of these wolf guys while we're here. I think Wayreth's got those. I'm gonna go find the fracture. I think I've already gone over here. I'm super useful right now, I promise.
If there's one thing I've learned, dreamers, it's this.
Okay.
Just when you
there we
think
go.
you've
Found
had
one.
it all, seen it all, done it all, there's always more.
I guess we can just show off some of the new ground slams, since there's not really much to do besides that. So I'm gonna jump up and do a ground slam on these guys. It's directional, you can aim it to an extent. And they also did increase the radius of ground slams a ton today. So, for example, like hammers, the radius on their ground slam is now 9 meters. They have the largest ground slam radius in the entire game of any weapon type. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool. And like, for example, like a glaive. Glaive has one of the smallest ground slam radiuses of 5 meters. So, yeah. I haven't really tested the damage out yet. This is the first thing I've done in the update. I just wanted to get this guide out for you guys, just to show you how this event is working. As the event progresses, I'm hoping it becomes more in-depth than this, but as it stands right now, it's just defend the objective and just, yeah, walk back and forth. Try not to fall asleep. Oh, that juke. That was a good juke right there. See, like me bringing Vazarin, that's like overthinking things. You don't need to bring Vazarin. It definitely helps, but you definitely don't need to bring Vazarin. That's overthinking, trying way too hard. There's some things in this game that people just try too hard to do. Overthinking things. I don't have completely max range right now. If I had a completely max range, I probably would have hit those guys with my mallet. Ship down, dude. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions about this event, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I will take a look at those. But yeah, like, this has only been out for an hour. I'm just giving you my initial strategies of what I'm doing here, and giving you an overview of what you need to do. We're going to finish out this 4th extractor. This took us about 15 minutes to do 4 extractors. So if you need to do this about 15 times to get the Opticore Vandal, looking at like a few hours of doing this mission specifically to get the Opticore Vandal, which will probably be really worth it. So yeah, that's what you're going to need to do, guys. Because like, for example, like I said, 7 points each time. So if you do that 10 times, you're going to get 70 points, which will give you both the, like, all the amalgam mods. So 50 points to get all the amalgam mods, and then the Opticore is a bit higher up. So yeah, not too hard, just kind of like tedious, if you ask me. Yo, look, they're actually damaging it. Nice. All right, now we hit it with our Vazarin, and it's done. So we grab the last one, and we should have obtained our diluted coolant. There we go. Since we have a resource booster, we obtained 2 diluted coolant. Now we're going to go back to town, and then we will obtain our operation points when we go back to town. So make sure you don't just leave right after you do that. Make sure you go back in the door. And that should be it, guys. Hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for checking out the channel, as always. Lots of new videos coming in the next couple days, guys. Trust me. There's going to be a lot of new videos coming out. We're going to have a Hildren video. We're going to have an overview of melee and some melee choices I'm going to be making. And yeah, we're also going to have some other things too. Hildren's Arcwing gun, I'm probably going to try that out. And also, guys, if you didn't know this, the Prisma Grinlock was found. Like, we found that you could link this. So the Prisma Grinlock is a thing. Probably going to be here tomorrow. I don't know. I don't want to like say that it's going to be here tomorrow if it's not going to be here tomorrow. But if you have a Riven mod for the Grinlock, definitely hold on to it. Like, don't delete it immediately. But yeah, this might be here tomorrow. Got really high slash, got really high impact, good crit chance, really good crit multiplier, and decent status. So this thing might actually be pretty beastly. Also 21 magazine, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a nice night. Peace.